I think in terms of opportunities, one of the main one is the expansion that we have ahead of us. Expansion which is going beyond the cellular mobile world that we know. We have new bearers coming in, which are low power, wide area, cellular network and non-cellular network. We have also smaller range bearers coming in like ultra wideband, NFC, but also Zigbee and Wi-Fi 7 and more coming in. And all these will be interconnected at some point in time. They will need to work together. And one of the challenges to that we see is really for our companies at TCA members, for the TCA members, is really to securize all that together. It's not only being able to securize and to give security and best practices into what is related to cellular and mobile, but it's also how to ensure that the whole ecosystem working together can be secure. So it's a bit linked to what I was saying. There is a digitalization of everything. And it's also going beyond just mobile, potentially going into the IoT. And we have some initiatives at TCA linked to that. We see IoT Safe, which brings also the IoT world linked to the mobile world. And this digitalization will need to have security embedded there. And this is one of the role that we want to play at TCA. TCA, it's a standards organization. So what we do is that we work ahead of launch of new technologies by defining these technologies to ensure that the purpose of the SDO is met before the launch of these technologies. In mobile security and also in IoT, what we do is that we define what is the best in terms of optimization and security to ensure the trust in the connectivity that mobile network operators and OEM and device makers are integrating into their solution. So this is mainly what we do here. And so for a company who is joining TCA, one of the main advantages and opportunity here is that this company can drive really the launch and the definition of this technology 1 year or 2 years before it will be put into the market. A second big advantage of TCA is also the SIM marketing monitoring process. So we found it, at least on our side at NXP, as a powerful tool because it's not based on prediction. It's based on actual true shipment from the members. And it gives really a red line where the industry is going, depending on its segment, where the embedded SIM adoption is going, how the plastic SIM industry is evolving for the next 1, 2, 3 years. Even though it's not based on prediction, we really see trends and we are able to react in advance linked to that. And one of the good advantages also on TCA is the educational material. Even though it's not branded to your company, it's branded TCA, which has a kind of a value into the ecosystem in terms of perception. And the quality of the educational material helps the whole industry to understand better what's ahead of them in terms of new technology and things that we need to embrace. So there are 4 items. First one is how to overcome the fragmentation. We have discussed a bit before on the link that will be in the future between cellular mobile and other radio bearers like ultra wideband, NFC, and Wi-Fi. And here it will be really the ability to standardize all that all together. And for that, SDOs like us, standard organization, we need to be linked with other SDOs. We have license statement at TCA with global platform, with GSMA, and we are able and we are open to open other license statement to ensure that in terms of fragmentation, it's minimized at its maximum so that security principles can be adopted across the industry, not only in silos. The second one is on security, which is a bit more simple, but complex in terms of way to launch it. There is design principles and always going towards the best level of security and certifications. There are some laboratories setting up some security standards and setting up some ways to evaluate product. And maximum of OEMs, device makers, chip makers needs to embrace those certifications to ensure that there is the best level of security. The third one is interoperability. So Everybody needs to do his fair share. At TCA, we're doing it with the partnership with Comprion on the interoperability testing service that they are launching. And it's one of the key factors to avoid problem in launching a new technology, as if you are ensuring interoperability between competitors, solutions before, or between potential partners, then the launch will be smoother and potentially less delay or things like that. Last one is on scalability. So scalability problem is with this expansion that we have mentioned before, scalability may not be there. And in order to meet scalability, you need to ensure that products fits its applications and the foreseen usage. So there is no one size fits all into the secure elements and the SIM industry. So that's why we are working with other standard organizations to define, standardize, and promote the use of various products form factor. There is plastic SIM, which everybody know, embedded SIM launching now, integrated SIM that will come in the future. And the use of different form factor is also helps to ensure a smooth scalability, because there is one product that fits one purpose, and that helps to ensure this now. In terms of priorities for TCA in 2023 and 2024, we see really the ability to widen the use of the SIM, the embedded SIM, and the integrated SIM as the secure trust, the root of trust of any communications in between devices and backend. Would it be cellular and non-cellular? These solutions are helping to ensure that it's the single point of security. The second one is interoperability. We have discussed about that. It can be a major challenge. And we are doing our sharing to this. And that's also something that other SDOs are taking. At GP, there are some test fests to ensure interoperability. At GSMA, they had some eSIM working group initiatives to ensure interoperability between mobile network operators, their profiles, embedded SIM makers, as well as OEMs. And this is one of the challenges that is ahead of us that we need to overcome. And the third one is also how to apply the best security to all the bearers. We have said that, and also to all the type of devices. So here, that's why the educational part of the TCA play a key role, because we are able to simplify the way to implement security and to explain that some threats may not be obvious when you look at it, but they are there, and they will happen if you do not take measures to avoid it. If you want to drive security into your industry ahead of it, if you want to ensure that your expertise can also benefit the industry, then you will find advantages to join the TCA, because you will be able to drive it along with some of your competitors to ensure that when solutions are put into the market, they can be well received by customers that you share with other TCA members.